What's up, everybody? Justin here, back with my top 50 wrestlers of the decade, the last decade. Obviously, this is 2020. We're in a new decade. From the last decade, 2010 to 2019. Top 50 wrestlers of the decade, male wrestlers. I will be doing a top 50 female wrestlers by tomorrow. I'll probably drop the first part one on my channel of top 50 female wrestlers. I already have the top 50 female wrestlers written down right here in this notebook. But here we go with part 3 of my top 50 male wrestlers. So part 3 is number 14 all the way down to number 1. Here we go. Number 14. The guy, I first saw him in Ring of Honor. Had a great run in Ring of Honor. I think he also worked before for Evolve and maybe PWG. I'm not sure. Debuted in NXT, I think in 2018, 2017, I think 2017. I'm not sure. It might have been TakeOver Brooklyn 2017. Anyways, he made his debut with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, and they attacked Drew McIntyre, I think. Anyways, number 14. Number 14 is Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole, number 14. The guy was really good as a Ring of Honor world champion, and he's still a good NXT world champion. He was also a North American, I think he was I can't remember now, but I think Adam Cole was a North American champion also. Number 14, Adam Cole. Number 13, Tommaso Ciampa. This guy was damn good. I first saw him in Ring of Honor. He was really good there. Came to NXT, was part of DIY, and then became the best fucking heel in the damn business. Tommaso Ciampa was at one point in NXT. Ciampa, at one point he was the best heel in the business, I think. And now the guy's beloved. He is a beloved babyface. And the guy's had, I think, 1 or 2 neck surgeries. The guy's a beast. He had neck surgery, and the guy came back to action in like 6 months, or 8 or 9 months. Number 13, Tommaso Ciampa. A lot of these guys in the top 14, 14 to 1, a lot of them were and still are NXT talents. Number 12, Johnny Wrestling. Johnny Gargano. The guy's fucking great. The guy's a fantastic, great wrestler, great worker. He had a great last decade. He's part of DIY. He had a singles feud over the world title. Had a great series of matches with Adam Cole and Johnny Wrestling. The guy's one of the best in the world. Number 12, Johnny Gargano. Number 11, I'm not a big fan of the guy. I don't hate him. I don't dislike him. But he was pushed way too much, too fast. He's pushed, again, too much and too fast. But I'm so glad and happy for him and his family that he's healthy and cancer-free. That he defeated and gave a big spear to leukemia. Who am I talking about? Number 11, Roman Reigns. The guy had really good matches with the last decade with AJ Styles, John Cena, Seth Rollins. I can't remember who else, but Roman Reigns he's a better wrestler than a lot of people, that a lot of fans give him credit for. He is a good worker, and the guy tries really hard to be better and get better. Number 11, Roman Reigns, a guy had a very, very good last decade. Won the Royal Rumble, was WWE champ, was Universal champ, like at least 4 to 5 times, I think. Main evented WrestleMania since WrestleMania 31 to 34. I think he was the main event of it for like 4 or 5 years in a row. Number 10, Finn Ballard. Finn Ballard. I didn't get to see his work really at all in New Japan when he was Prince Devitt. I didn't get to see it. I've seen little highlights of it, what he did. I'm sure it was great. He was in the Bullet Club, I believe. But I first started really... See, I didn't know where to put the notebook. Finn Ballard, I really got to see him work and how good he is when he came to NXT. That's when I really got to enjoy the guy and appreciate how fucking good he is in the ring. The Demon character, fucking awesome. NXT champion, had a pretty good run as NXT champion. And Finn, his entrance is so fucking good. I know he's a heel, and they're trying to make him a heel, but you can't boo Finn Ballard. You can't. The guy's too good. Again, his theme music, his entrance, I saw it live when I went to NXT Live event at the end of, or beginning of 2016, I think, or 17. I think it was 17. Anyways, I was at an NXT Live event. I saw Finn Ballard. He was defending the NXT Championship against Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews. I feel really bad for Apollo Crews because that guy's a great worker. And they never use him. They should just let him go and release him. So, yeah, Finn Ballard's entrance when he was doing that as a babyface, putting his hands out, the lights light up the arena, just every single fan. When I was at the NXT show, everybody was just on their feet, cheering, and loved Finn Balor. And a lot of fans still love him. I still like the guy a lot. I don't care if he's a heel. I'm really looking forward to Finn Balor Johnny Wrestling at TakeOver Portland. That is going to be off the fucking hook. Number 10, Finn Balor. Again, he was NXT champion last decade. I think he was a New Japan champion. Or held a New Japan title. I'm not sure. If you know if he did, put in the comments. Also, he went to the main roster and I'm distracted. Anyways, went to the main roster, became the first ever Universal Champion. Sadly, injured his shoulder, had to go away and give up the title. I don't like Finn. I did not like him on the main roster. The guy's a big star. The guy's one of the best in the world, and they treated him like a mid-carder jobber. Now, yeah, he was the first Universal Champion. I get it. They put him over, but then he got hurt. He was Intercontinental Champion, but so what? Finn Ballard is a lot better off in NXT, in my opinion. I don't get why Vince McMahon didn't want to push him as a main eventer. I guess because he got injured. I don't know. Number 10, Finn Ballard. What a decade he had. Number 9, Seth freaking Rollins. The guy did it all. The last decade. He was ROH World Champion as Tyler Black. Went to WWE, was in FCW, had good matches in FCW, went to NXT, became the first ever NXT champion. Then, of course, he's in the Shield, one of the biggest factions, not babyface factions, but one of the biggest factions in WWE history. My God, they pushed the Shield a lot. They pushed him a hell of a lot. Especially Roman, they really pushed. But Seth, Money in the Bank winner, cashed in, took the title from Brock. He pinned Roman, I believe. Took the title off Roman at WrestleMania 31. Then swung it around. What a fucking WrestleMania moment. That was awesome. Again, WWE champ, Universal champ, Raw Tag champ, Intercontinental champ, US champ, Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, NXT champion, ROH champion. Seth Rollins has done it all. In WWE, has done it fucking all, and he's not done yet. He's the current Raw Tag Team champion with Buddy Murphy. So, I just keep looking at my TV. I'm expecting to watch something very soon. Number 8. This guy had a great decade. Had a lot of great matches. Started off, made his debut in WWE in 2008 or 7 or 6. I think it was 6. I actually saw this guy wrestle a dark match. When I went to a Monday Night Raw, he was wrestling in a dark match before they put him on TV. That's pretty cool. I got to see him wrestle a dark match before the guy's had a really great career. Number 8, currently in AEW. Cody Rhodes is number 8. The guy was Ring of Honor champion, world champion, NWA champion. His jump to AEW I think he's a vice president or something. I don't know, but I don't believe he doesn't own any AEW. He's just like a business partner with Tony Khan. Anyways, number 8, Cody Rhodes, the guy had a good WWE career. It could have been a lot better. He could have been a main eventer because he's that good. And he deserves to be a main eventer. Look at what AEW's doing with Cody. The guy's a top babyface in AEW. And he should be booked as a top babyface main eventer. But in WWE, he was a tag team champ, Intercontinental champ, and I believe that's it. He's really good in Legacy with Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase Jr. He was really good as Dashing Cody Rhodes. That was good stuff. That gimmick is putting paper bags on people's heads, on fans' heads. So, anyways, I believe Cody had a match with the Big Show at a WrestleMania and lost the Intercontinental title really quick, I think. And was knocked out by Big Show. Number 8, Cody Rhodes. I love Cody. The guy's fucking awesome. The guy cuts a great promo and he's very good in the ring. Number 7. First ever WWE UK United Kingdom. Not the first ever. I take that back. The second ever. The second ever UK champion in WWE history. This guy was He was in the first ever UK WWE Championship tournament. So he's been a part of basically the UK brand ever since they started. Who am I talking about? Number 7. The Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. Currently just won the Dusty Classic in 2020 with Matt Riddle. And as Pete Dunne says, they are going to smoke. Weed pun there. They're going to smoke the Undisputed Era at the next takeover. I love Pete Dunne with Matt Riddle. They're great together. Number 7, Pete Dunne. The guy's wrestling style is so awesome. The joint manipulation, doing this, doing that, snapping fingers. I love it. I love how Pete Dunne wrestles and works. I love watching a guy wrestle. The guy's fucking greatness. So Pete Dunne, I believe, is done with NXT UK. He's just part of NXT now. Number 7, Pete Dunne. When I saw the guy first wrestle, I was blown away. The guy's so good. Number 6, I saw this guy again. Part of the UK brand, WWE NXT UK or NXT UK. I never saw him before. I knew he was a part of other companies, and I think Progress in the UK. I think he wrestled for WXW in Germany. Anyways, this guy's fucking unreal. He is great. Great wrestler. And had a great last decade. Number 6, current NXT WWE, NXT UK WWE United Kingdom Champion. Number 6, Walter. The guy is so good and so just awesome to watch his matches. If you get to see a big Walter match, like a main event Walter match, you will not be disappointed. Number 5. This guy blew me away when I first saw what he could do. First ever WWE United Kingdom Champion, number 5, Tyler Bate. Big, strong boy. The guy's fucking awesome. He's great. He is fucking great. I love watching Tyler Bate wrestle. The guy is so damn good at what he does. The guy's had matches of the year matches people will remember in 20, 30 years from now with Pete Dunne and with Walter. Tyler Bate is just fantastic. Fucking fantastic. What a wrestler. What a worker. What a big, strong boy. Number 5, Tyler Bate. Number 4, New Japan Pro Wrestling. The guy's dominated the last decade in New Japan. Number 4, Okada. I think he's a 5-time New Japan IWGP champion. The last decade, I think he had 5 reigns. Maybe I'm wrong. Okada's just off the fucking hook. The guy's great. There was talk like 3-4 years ago, I think, or 2 years ago, that Okada might come to WWE, that they wanted to sign him. Maybe it's like 3-4 years ago that they wanted to sign him. I don't think he'll ever leave New Japan. Maybe he would. In like 3 to 4 years, I don't know. But my God, Okada, his style is stiff. His matches are pretty fucking stiff and hard hitting. That guy's probably going to be pretty beat down, his body, when he's like 40. I don't know how old he is. He might be like 32 now or 34. I don't know. but he's still in his fucking prime. Number 4, Okada. The guy's great. Had great matches the last decade. Just great matches. With AJ and with Kenny Omega and with many others. Number 3. Now we're in the top 3 of my top 50 wrestlers of the last decade. This is male wrestlers. I will be doing a top 50 female wrestlers of the last decade. Number 3, AJ Styles, a phenomenal one. The guy was IWGP Champion, Impact World Champion, WWE World Champion. In the last decade, he worked for Impact. He was a main event top guy when he was in Impact. Then he went to New Japan. He was a top guy. I think he's a 2-time IWGP champion. Then he made his shocking. I was shocked. I was so fucking happy for AJ and so glad to see him in the WWE. In the big leagues. New Japan is the big leagues too, but I watch WWE the most. Out of any other company, I watch the WWE the most. So I was very happy AJ came to WWE. The guys had so many good matches with Randy Orton, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Nakamura, Jericho at WrestleMania. AJ Styles has got a really good match out of Shane McMahon. So, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, I think they've had to wrestle, but I can't really remember their matches. But AJ Daniel was probably good. So, number 3, the phenomenal AJ Styles. Hopefully the guy wrestles 10 more years this whole decade. And he can retire when he's like 52 or something. Number 2. Number 2 was going to be... number 2 was gonna be... I'm just trying to decide who to put as number 2 because I have 2 guys down. 2 wrestlers down at the number 2 spot. I'm trying to decide who to pick because they both had great last decades. Number 2, I was going to put Kevin Owens, but I got to take him out for Daniel Bryan. Number 2, Daniel Bryan. I don't think he was ROH champion in 2010 at all. He was in WWE, I think, by 2010. Or he started for a short time in FCW. I remember Bryan Danielson in FCW. I think he had like 1 match there. It was against Low-Key. Who that was weird when Low-Key was on the main roster in WWE. I kind of felt Low-Key never fit in WWE at all. It was cool to see him there, but the guy was treated like a mid-carder. So Daniel Bryan, number 2. Guy was the U.S. champion. WWE champion. World heavyweight champion. Never has held the Universal title, I'm pretty sure. Just Daniel Bryan, one of the most beloved baby faces in the business in WWE history. Daniel Bryan is definitely one of the most liked and still one of the most over. Then the guy turned heel and was a heel as WWE champion. And he was yelling at everybody about being environment and do your part, recycle, stuff like that. Yelling at the fans, you're fickle. That was great fucking stuff. Number 2, Daniel Bryan. What a last decade he had. Just from the ultimate lows of having to retire to the ultimate high of getting cleared 3 years later. Getting cleared. Or 2.5 years or 3 years later, getting cleared and making his return. That was so great. It was so emotional. So number 2 is Daniel Bryan. Who is number 1? Wrestler of the last decade, number 1. He's currently a world champion for a company. And the company is not WWE or New Japan or Ring of Honor or anybody else. Number 1, Chris Jericho. The guy's reinvented himself again. A little bit of the bubbly. The guy's the leader of the Inner Circle. He's the first ever AEW World Champion. That is historic. I was pretty really damn surprised that Jericho jumped to sign with AEW. He has said in an interview recently that Vince told him to sign with them. Vince, you're weird, but okay. And then Jericho says, Vince asked Jericho later, did you ever sign that contract? And Jericho said, well, yeah, you tell me to sign it and go. And then Vince says, can you get out of it? Can you get out of the contract? And Jericho says, no, you told me to sign it. Anyways, Chris Jericho, he would have signed with AEW anyways, I believe. I don't know what Vince and him said to each other. If Jericho did not sign with AEW yet, what the hell did Vince say to him? Just go there because they're going to give you more than I'm going to offer? I don't know. But number 1, Chris Jericho. What a last decade he had. The guy just did great work in the WWE. Created the pen. You just made the list. Created the list. Had a great storyline. Put in a great angle program with Kevin Owens, Festival of Friendship. That was fucking great TV. That was money. And then their match at WrestleMania was not very memorable. It probably should have been the main event, I think. So then Jericho left WWE. The last decade. The most memorable thing he did in WWE was the list and his feud with Kevin Owens. Other than that, I can't remember what else he did the last decade. He's returned, I believe, for a Royal Rumble and got a huge pop. But Jericho then, when he was out of WWE, he went to work for New Japan Pro Wrestling and appeared. Won their U.S. title. And this was a new Jericho. When he was in New Japan, he didn't give a fuck. He was out of his mind. He was cursing out everybody. It was awesome. It was not a PG WWE Chris Jericho. It's not Y2J. This was a new Jericho. He reinvented himself in New Japan. Paints his face sometimes and like he's a Clockwork Orange look. I don't really care for his look when he does that. I think it's kind of stupid. But anyways, Jericho's great. As AEW champion in the Inner Circle, Jericho has been money on the mic. The guy's money. The guy's hilarious. A little bit of the bubbly. That will be a gif and meme forever. Number 1, Chris Jericho. Mostly because what he did in New Japan and first ever AEW World Champion. I hope you enjoyed this part 3, my final part of my top 50 male wrestlers of the last decade. Who are some of your top 5 or 10 wrestlers, male wrestlers of the last decade? Tell me in the comments. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at WWE NXT Guy. Tomorrow, Friday night, I will upload my part 1 of my top 50 women wrestlers of the decade. Bye for now.